Hey, what's up people of YouTube, it's me StormChris back again with another video. Today we'll be talking about NieR Automata, an action JRPG that was directed by Yoko Taro, developed by Platinum Games, and published by Square Enix, and it was released on March 7th, 2017, on PC and PS4. It is a sequel to NieR, which in turn is a sequel to Dragon Guard, but only one of the joke endings, and if that sounds ridiculous to you then, oh boy, we're gonna have a fun time with this video. So without further ado, let's talk about what is NieR Automata. Now, before we begin, I want to say that this segment is going to be 100% spoilers. So if you want to skip this, then go to this time segment. And I'll even leave it in the top right corner for people who listen but then want to skip when something gets spoilery. So, being the sequel of a sequel, you're probably thinking that you need to play the other games in order to understand the story. No. Just a big fat no. NieR Automata can be enjoyed on its own. So the story begins with an alien invasion having wiped out most of humanity. The remaining humans run away to the moon and create the Yorha unit, androids that are designed to look like humans, but each have their specific types and purposes. While back on Earth, the aliens develop machines with these reproduction factories in order to mass produce them and combat the androids in an all-out war. Fast forward a couple of thousand years, and the aliens have just disappeared without a trace, and we really begin the story of NieR Automata. The game starts off with our heroine 2B and other Yorha android units flying to a factory on Earth in order to destroy a Goliath-class machine. But problems soon arise when a laser literally smokes the whole team and damages 2B's flight unit, forcing her to crash land on the factory. And after a brief tutorial level and a fight with two robot arms, we meet NieR, another Yorha android unit tasked with helping 2B on her mission. After traveling through the factory, they discover that the factory itself is the Goliath-class machine that they were looking for, and after a long and intense battle, 2B and NieR decide that the only way to defeat this robot is by blowing themselves up. Then after 2B and NieR wake up in the bunker, they are then tasked by Command to head back to Earth and help the Resistance. After doing some grunt work for the Resistance, 2B finds the machines acting strange, like, oh my. Then the machines huddle together to form an egg, and out of the egg comes, oh my. Prompting a confused 2B and NieR to fight the man, and stab him, which out of his wound comes out another, oh my. Moving on, after a quick detour back to the Resistance camp and to an amusement park, we meet Pascal, a machine that actually hates fighting and wants peace between robots and androids. But soon after meeting Pascal, 2B gets word of a Goliath-class machine terrorizing the Resistance, so she goes out and puts that shit to a fucking stop. The result of this battle causes a crater in the Earth, which turns out to be where the aliens were hiding all along. Then, Adam and Eve, the two naked boys from earlier, state that they've been dead for quite some time and that the machines themselves killed them. This causes Command to be concerned and instruct 2B and NieR to seek information from Pascal. Pascal then instructs them to head to the Forest Kingdom and meet with the Forest King. Oh, hey Emil. Oh, hey Forest King. Oh hey A2. After a brief fight with A2, they head to the robot village and speak with Pascal about A2, with Pascal saying that A2 is a dangerous robot. Command even states that A2 must be killed because she's been going rogue. Command soon then instructs 2B and A2 to go to the flooded city and protect some ship, but boy does that go wrong. Is that fucking Robot Shamu? So after taking Robo Shamu out with a fucking EMP missile, a whole bunch of Yorha units die, and 2B and NieR get separated, and with the help of Devila and Popola, the androids from the first NieR game, 2B sets out to find NieR, in which she does, in this strange white city, where she finds Adam, who states that he built this city in order to understand humans better, and then he challenges 2B to a battle, which obviously 2B wins. 2B then takes NieR to be repaired and has a little wacky adventure with Pascal and a robot cult. Meanwhile, back on the bunker, NieR gets repaired and is told that the humans are extinct and that the whole ordeal about humans being on the moon is just a lie to help motivate the androids to keep fighting. While all of this is happening, Eve is saddened that his brother is dead, goes mad, and makes every robot connected to the network go nuts as well, causing them to attack and eat resistance members. Reuniting with 9S, the duo head to fight Eve, and during the battle 9S hacks into Eve, weakening him, thus giving 2B an opening to kill him. During the aftermath of the battle, it is revealed that due to him hacking into the network, 9S is infected with a virus, prompting 9S to ask 2B to kill him. Then, 9S is revealed to be alive inside the machine network, with all nearby machines being him. 9S then lifts up 2B, with 2B wondering what is the difference between machines and androids, while 9S thinks that with the death of Adam and Eve, the war between machines and androids have shifted in the androids' favor. And the game ends. Or so you think, because after the credits, we found out that all of this segment that I was talking about, this whole part of the video, this is just a prologue. Yeah, I know. The real story hasn't even begun. All of this was just a damn preview. So, since I already tackled the behemoth that was the prologue, I'm going to kind of abridge the second half of the game more than I'm already abridging it. But before I start, this is huge. This is huge spoiler warnings. Skip to this part of the video for a 100% spoiler-free experience. I will give you 5 seconds. Okay? Here we go. Every Yorha unit gets infected with robo-aids except 2B and 9S, making them evil. The commander, with what little sanity she has, sends the two towards Earth in order to protect them. But that doesn't work because while they're descending, they get attacked by infected Yorha units. 2B, worried about 9S, hijacks his flight model and makes him fly off to safety while she deals with the infected androids. Then, it is revealed that 2B actually got infected by the robo-aids and heads off to the Forest Kingdom so she doesn't infect any more androids, but is soon ambushed by more infected androids. And then suddenly, A2 comes and saves 2B. Realizing that it's too late and the robo-aids has taken her over, she asks with her dying breath that A2 kill her and take care of her husbando, 9S. Which she agrees and kills 2B. Oh, hey 9S, this must be awkward. I'm sure if you and A2 had a moment to talk about this.
A2!
Oh.
I'll kill you!
Oh. The story now splits into two. A2's story and 9S's story. A2's story revolves around continuing 2B's mission against the machines, and 9S's story revolves around getting revenge against A2, that cultivates in a climactic clusterfuck that needs to be experienced by yourself. So please, without further ado, let's just talk about the gameplay of this game. So NieR Automata is an action RPG with a huge emphasis on hacking and slashing, with a bit of third-person shooting. Being a platinum game, that means that there is a combo system, with square being your light attack and triangle being your heavy. So comboing enemies is as simple as mashing a button non-stop or pressing a sequence of buttons to get some crazy combo. In addition to melee attacks, you also have your pod, which provides cover fire and is controlled with the camera controls, and you shoot by pressing R1. The pod also has a special move that is triggered by pressing R2, and you can even change the special attack to fit the situation. You can change it to a shield, a magnet, hell, even a fucking laser. You also have a dodge that is rather overpowered in my opinion. Timing your dodge just right will get you a perfect dodge in which you take no damage, and it even has a slight cooldown so you can think about how you're going to lay the smack down on some enemies. But the thing is, getting the perfect dodge isn't as hard as it seems, because the window for this is fairly big, so you can just mash the dash button and you'll get the perfect dodge like 90% of the time. You can also use the dodge to cancel almost any combo and get away safely. Throughout your adventure, you'll take control of 3 different characters, 2B, 9S, and A2, each with their own attributes and abilities. 2B is the most standard character who just focuses on hacking and slashing away at enemies and hitting them with a finishing touch once they're down. 9S may not have as much battle potential as 2B, and by that I mean he has no heavy attack, but to compensate for this, he has delayed button combos and can even hack enemies and blow them up for massive damage and even insta-kill some small fries, or even hijack them to make them fight for you. And lastly, A2, who is best android, plays just like 2B, but is focused more on laying the motherfucking smack down on these machines because she has a berserk mode in which she can't be knocked down and does more damage, but her health slowly depletes. Plus a taunt that increases both damage given and damage taken to both her and the enemy, which is nuts because with A2 you could literally just destroy a whole bunch of enemies and it's just nuts. Being androids, the three main characters can equip plugin chips, which can alter various things for your character. You want more health? There's a chip for that. You want to do more damage? There's a chip for that. You want to end the game in a hilarious fashion? Well, boy, there's a chip for that. And if there's one tip I have for you guys, it's that buy all the chip expansions upgrades right away. Literally make all the space that you can, because some chips are rather ridiculous, such as the shockwave chip, which gives your melee attacks a shockwave projectile, or the crit increase chip, which increases your chances of getting a crit, which is like double or quadruple your base damage. And in addition to this, you can stack multiple chips to give them a better effect. So you can stack multiple attack chips and just unleash the holy hell on some enemies. The world of NieR Automata is fairly huge and open to exploration. Besides doing main quests, you can also do some side quests which vary from simple fetch quests, helping a machine become stronger, or even help someone remember fond memories. Each side quest tells a little backstory in this grand world, and I absolutely love this. Certain side quests just tug on your heartstrings, such as the memories side quest where you help an android that has lost her memory get her memories back, and all she has linked to her memories are some photographs, so you have to travel to these places, take a photo of them, and then remind her why she went to these places. And the repair side quest, in which you help another android who asks you to help find some pieces so he can replace a broken body part. And when it's completed, he proceeds to tell you that he only has one body part that he hasn't replaced yet, because he feels that if he replaces that one part, he will no longer be himself. Some of these side quests just really make you think and care about these characters. Many people compare this game's side quest to the side quests of Majora's Mask, and I have to agree. At times, the side quests pack more of a punch and leave more of an impact than some of the main quests, and I love that, and that's not taking away from the main quest, it's just adding more to the package. NieR Automata's cutscenes and graphics looks really good. Some people might complain about the world being bland and empty, and they're right, but I believe that this was more of a deliberate decision by Yoko Taro and his team. The world is an empty husk. Mankind is gone. Buildings are crumbling away, machines are taking over, and nature is slowly taking back what is hers. It is free to grow wherever it is. These all help push the feeling of emptiness and dread that is prevalent all throughout the game. I honestly get blown away at this game's cutscene, because it may not look the best, but you can tell that there was a lot of love and passion put into this. Yoko Taro wanted these characters to look and feel human. Ironic because they're machines and androids, but I believe that he did a good job. And a little fun fact, the reason why 2B's butt looks so good is because Yoko Taro threatened to fire an employee if they didn't get the butt modeled perfectly. So literally someone's livelihood was put on the line for us to have one of the greatest butts in video game history. Oh, praise the booty. The soundtrack in this game is, in my opinion, one of the weak parts of the game. But that doesn't mean it's a bad soundtrack. No. The soundtrack in this game is really fantastic for ambient music, and on its own holds up very well. But to me, it's kinda forgettable besides two songs, which are The End of Yorha and the Song of Ancients, which happen to be one of my two favorite songs in the whole game. So NieR Automata is a worthwhile experience for whoever plays it. It is a game that you can tell that Yoko Taro and the whole production team put a whole lot of love into it. Although its story is nuts, NieR Automata captures you and keeps you coming back for more through its solid gameplay and captivating world. It's on Steam and on PS4 for about $60, and it even has some DLC planned that just adds on to this game's crazy train. Like, for an example, as of this recording, the first DLC that was released is an arena where you get to fight the CEOs of Square Enix and Platinum. Like, what? Now, just do yourself a favor and go buy NieR Automata.